Hello there. Today I'm going to be talking about what is quite a common sight at most lakes and riverbeds. It is the Canada goose. So this distinct and nice looking bird is probably most known for its really loud noises and its V-shaped flying formation. So these birds will eat your bread, and in return they will spoil your lawn and make an absolute racket. There's really only one way to describe goose behaviour: foul. So now let's have a gander at the bird's appearance. So this bird has quite a distinctive appearance, with its black head and neck contrasting nicely with a nice large white throat patch. So the Canada goose's body is dark brown with black legs and webbed feet. So males and females do look alike, and juvenile Canada geese have a more brown to black head and neck. So the Canada goose is a relatively big bird that can grow between 90 and 110 centimetres, and the males are slightly taller on average. So the wingspan of these geese spans 150 to 180 centimetres, and this can be seen in full effect when the geese are flying in their signature V formation. So along with being fairly easy to spot, the Canada goose is really easy to hear as it honks and hisses. So the distribution. The Canada goose is surprisingly native to Canada and to the USA, but has found its way across the world, so now found in Europe, New Zealand and Japan, but tends to be rare in Japan. So in the 17th century the Canada goose was introduced in the United Kingdom. It was introduced as an ornamental piece, and they now cover all of the UK, and they tend not to migrate in the UK unlike their American counterparts, so they can also be seen all year round. So the ability to fly has allowed the Canada goose to spread throughout Europe, so they can disperse across their national borders with ease. So the Canada goose can be seen around lakes, gravel pits, parks. So normally when there's a water body nearby, these geese will be nearby and form noisy flocks. So these flocks can be considered a nuisance due to the noise and damage that they cause to the grass. So they can be such a pain that in New Zealand they have classified the Canada goose as pests. Key facts. So the Canada goose is monogamous, and they normally pair for life. So they start to breed in their 4th year of life, and they can live on average for 6 years. So their females, known as a goose, will lay 5 to 6 eggs in a single brood, and this brood will be between March and June, but some of the broods will reach up to 10 eggs. The eggs are incubated for 28 days, and the female incubates the eggs, whilst the male, known as a gander, will remain nearby, and the nests are often near water. So the Canada goose does hold and will defend territories, but it is a gregarious species, and breeding pairs will often nest in colonies. So the Canada goose is also an intelligent bird. It learns and adapts to things really quickly, and the little goslings will leave the nests after 2 days and can walk, swim and even dive. It's much better than I was doing when I was 2 days old. So when threatened, the Canada goose may start to hiss and honk, along with vibrating its neck feathers, and it will raise its tongue with an open bill to scare off predators. So the Canada goose eats vegetation, and this can range from roots and grass to leaves and seeds, but would also eat human food scraps and whatever people tend to feed them. So along with people feeding these geese, urban areas also offer better protection from predation, so geese populations have increased in urban areas. So the birds can eat 1.8 kilograms of food a day, and they will defecate around half of that back to the ground. So this feces can damage the grass because it often contains parasites and also bacteria which aren't great to the grass and aren't great for you. So although some will stay in the same place all year round, the Canada geese will also migrate. So the geese will form an aerodynamic V formation for the journey and can travel 1,500 miles in just one day, and they tend not to because they travel at a much more pleasant rate. So each goose can weigh up to 4.2 kilograms. So when an entire flock is flying, they pose quite a big risk to aircraft. So it's estimated that aircraft collisions with these geese costs North America $4.5 billion a year. So folklore. So the Canada goose and geese in general have a history of being in legends and mythology. So a flock of geese can symbolise your powers of intuition and instinct, and a dream about geese may symbolise your family devotion. Geese were sacred birds in the Roman temples of Juno, and in Greek mythology they were associated with the north wind. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found something interesting about these geese. So the next time you see, or more likely hear these geese, you might remember something. So as always, there's a link to my blog. In the blog there'll be links to all the sources where I got my information from. So please comment, please provide feedback, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.